Hello again, everybody. This is the build right here. We're going to be looking at footage given to me. This is gameplay that I'm so happy that PH7, that is the member of our club, and he is the highest point earner consistently. I think the only time that I must have beat him was in like season 1. Otherwise, he has been out earning me, and I earn a lot every season, you guys. But anyway, going up against Hong Konger SC, this is definitely a top club. Look at this. We're only like 4 seconds in. Boom! Toad is going to score in no time flat because this is what kind of match we're going to be watching. PH7 is going to be demonstrating to us, first off, how epic amazing this player is, of course. I'm very honored to have you in my club, obviously. Great person as well, so, just aside from all that. But this is all about that kind of like ground pass meta, right? And so he's actually got this team comp of 3 different Toads, and this was always something I thought like, hey, I'm never going to touch, Toad is not really my play style, and I've been doing really well with a completely different kind of strategy, but this is another completely viable one, as you're seeing right here. Taking on a top club like this and using this ground pass meta, you can see it's upsetting Mario right here. So, if Mario's pissed off, it's got to be good, right? Very nice interception going to be coming here from that Bowser he's got there on the defense in the back. They are going to have a well-timed bomb, of course, to stop him, but look at this. It's going to be perfect passes all around until he sets up for the free! And there it is, man. We're 32 seconds in and 3 points are on the board. And so you love to see it. Obviously, you just want to analyze what PH7 is doing here for our club. Clearly, the task force right now playing in the black, the Hong Konger in the yellow. That was extremely obvious. But I guess what I'm saying is just look at this black team right now. Maybe not right this second because, of course, Hong Konger's got a star right here. Gonna be able to go ahead and kind of get that free goal, you could say. And actually, they had to work for that one, to be honest. They're sort of running a curious comp as well, with those 2 Waluigis. They got Peach, very speed heavy, obviously. But they don't seem to be doing a whole lot with that, I guess. But this is all just obviously savage. Watch PH7 mostly for some of these free ground pass plays. Specifically, again, I think that from what we've seen so far, but also what he informed me was that these were going to be mostly that ground pass meta, and we can tell largely he's been setting them up as free passes. There's another one right here up the field. So Hong Konger did actually score. Again, they've been getting plenty of stars. It's like I thought we kind of fixed the star issue. Maybe this does apply, but you guys feel me? So anyway, Hong Konger, they'll go ahead. They'll get that strike orb. PH7 doing really well. This is something that I often do is I just kind of try to divert and either break the orb or do what PH7 is doing right now. If you kind of have a good advantage like that, you don't need to opt for like keep away, right, to try to burn their orb. But especially if you're ahead, if you're ahead, you might play keep away and just try to burn that hyper strike. Clearly when they're within range too, that can help. Notice PH7 with those dodges, it's like he's just completely in control, man. This is what looking at our top club player. We got some really good people in our club too, so when you look at this, you're seeing some of the best of the task force right here. Wonderful job again with that free pass, and it was on the ground with the Toads. It's all about the Toads. The thing about Toad is that sometimes even, I'm not going to say just like legitimately every time, but I've seen people who will just run. Let's say you're at the top of the field. It's just an example. You could be at the bottom too, but you're at one side, and Toad can be so fast if you set it up with that full speed. Say you go from the top and just simply run to the bottom. Sometimes you can outrun Boom Boom following you with the ball and just like score on the opposite side, right? Like that's how crazy Toad is. Nice free pass against the wall. Unfortunately with the AI and how some of this goes, maybe it was a little bit of PH7 error, but mostly kind of like how AI sets it up too. Like if this was duos, that would be really interesting to see how that works. Good job getting the orb, but I was going to say, the pass against the wall, it was nice. It was set up as a free pass against the wall, ground pass. And like I say, AI doesn't really go for that. It's not like you lob past it directly to them or something until the AI like runs towards it. So this is nice because he was able to use a red shell right now while still having one. So I was wondering if he was going to go for the hyper strike. Luckily, I know he's pretty damn skilled, so I'm not like sweating it too much. If this was, maybe me playing or somebody else that I was observing right now that I didn't know as well. But look at that expert bomb right here. Going to Titan chip right off the wall. Not a score with Boom Boom, but we're going to go ahead and steal with the interception right here. Take a nice pass back. It looks like he's going to want to set up another pass. They did, of course, on Hong Konger, they did knock out one of his Toads, and this is good because he's going to then sort of make a trade-off. Waluigi came at him with that tackle, and just obviously PH7's going to dodge it right here as our task force homie, and very nice bomb, so that is going to set up for the double blue, the Toad. Correct me if I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen, but I believe this is the Drill Smash. This was one that I did not take the full attention to learn the name of, but I think that's it. Here we go. Boom, boom, we went for the smoke, so there it is, ladies and gents. That's going to change this matchup completely with now a 6-3 lead in favor of the task force. PH, what are you doing watching the celebration? We we ain't supposed to do that, are we? Maybe on a Hyper Strike, all right. If it's PH7 doing it, I'm gonna give him, whatever he wants. So here we go, lob to ground. Oh gosh, under complete pressure, still going to make that in. You love to see it, man. Those Toads, it's just puff, puff, pass with that smoke. One gives it to another, and they are all sharing the glory here up front. And then you got Bowser holding it down and back. So the main goals right now from Hong Konger, if not every single one of them, was through a star. They had another star right here. It looks like, sometimes you can tell actually when players are getting a little bit desperate too. You're going to see like frantic item use. You're going to see frantic tackles more so. That's like especially a big one. They start missing a lot of tackles, maybe doing a lot of tackles at inopportune times. Like look at that. They were trying to anticipate where PH7 was going to go. They've been throwing out so many tackles right there. So you can tell kind of just the desperation, right? We're at 35 seconds on the clock right now. Luckily for them, they're going to get a strike orb right now. PH7's all over that, man. It's a wonderful job, my dude. Here from the task force, I'm going to have to just assume that this is all she wrote. I don't know how the Hong Konger team would come back from this. Look at that, dude. This is just deadly, too. It's like they went for the tackle, hit the AI-controlled Toad instead of the Toad they actually really wanted to hit, of course. And so this, if you're doing that ground pass meta, you do just need to know if you're free passing it, of course, you want to just be well practiced with this a little bit. Just make sure you know how this all works. You're obviously holding on to the L, connecting with your passes there. The advantage here is like often you can get it off as a perfect pass, which means that the other team can't intercept that. And so that was some of the times that really PH7 didn't even have to do perfect passes every single time, right? Like those were all just set up really opportune. So thank you again, not only to all of you for viewing this, but to PH7 for submitting that. Click an end screen on screen to see another one. Maybe I'll show you guys what my strategy and my playstyle's been a little bit more for this season coming up soon, I hope, or not. And thanks for viewing.